President Akufo-Addo says he is proud of his achievements over the last 7 years as leader of the country. According to him, despite the economic and social challenges, his government has not betrayed the trust and expectations of Ghanaians. Addressing a gathering of the diplomatic corps in Peduase, Akufo-Addo highlighted his government's achievements across various sectors.
As you all know, this year is an election year. On 7th December, the Ghanaian people will elect a new president and a new parliament. The term of the present parliament expires at the end of the year, and I'm in the last year of the permissible 8 years that a citizen can exercise the functions of president. The Akufo-Addo-led government is clear about its obligation and duty to ensure that the impending elections are conducted in an atmosphere of peace and security, in full transparency and respect for the electoral laws of our country. I am confident that the security agencies will be alive to their responsibilities. I will ensure that the free will of the Ghanaian people in their choice of national leadership will be manifest. We cherish our reputation as a beacon of democracy on the African continent, and the forthcoming elections will reinforce this reputation. Excellencies, I want to state, in conclusion, that in all modesty, I'm exceedingly proud of my record in office and the considerable achievements that have been recorded in all sectors of national life these last 7 years, several of which have been very difficult as a result of global developments. Whether it is in the management of the national economy, in education, healthcare, roads development, railways development, digitalization, infrastructural development in general, agricultural and industrial transformation, the protection of Ghana's territorial integrity and security, the fight against corruption, the battle against environmental degradation, the response to the COVID-19 pandemic, entrenching the tenets of good governance and the rule of law, contributing to the attainment of regional and continental integration and unity, being at the forefront of the growing demand for the reform of global governance institutions, oil upholding, respect for international law and multilateralism. The record is there for all to see. And I believe it is one which in all humility is at the least the equal of any in the history of the Fourth Republic. I can say in all good conscience that I have not betrayed the mandates the good people of Ghana conferred on me. All of this has been done in part due to the support I have received from all of you and your respective governments and organizations, to you and to whom I express my sincere gratitude.
So that was President Akufo-Addo touting his achievements, but flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Mahama, says his honesty as president caused some challenges in his government. Mr. Mahama has, however, observed dishonesty in the present government, insisting the government is concealing the truth behind the recent power challenges. Anaya Ojima visited Yini in the Upper West region with the NDC flag bearer and has filed this report.
The NDC flag bearer has enjoyed warm reception in the Upper West region, where the Building Ghana tour made a stop. At Zini, the former president was conferred an honorary chieftaincy title. The chief of Zini, Koru Abudiaka Sukabe Nima V, says the electorate deserve the right to know the truth in all government dealings.
Ghanaians have a right to know the truth of certain transactions and certain issues that transpired in previous government. So much so that if it demands a formation of a committee of inquiry for Ghanaians to see, even though they don't have the prosecutorial powers, but at least it will provide us the evidence to appreciate the fact that this is what transpired.
The chief's position was endorsed by the former president, who touted his honesty. Mr. Mahama insists the present government has been keeping important information from electorate.
I was brought up to tell the truth at all times. And so when I was president, if things were not going well, I told the people of Ghana things are not going well. And this is what we're trying to do about it. I think my honesty was one of the major problems that I had, because I didn't think that I should fool my people. Unfortunately, other people have other ideas. They would come and tell you sweet things, promise you heaven, when they know that they don't intend to do it. Today, every day, you sleep and the lights go off. And we know that they are shedding load. They have a problem with generation. Some generation assets are down. They have a problem with paying for gas. They have a problem with paying for fuel. So every day they are shedding between 280 and 480 megawatts of power. But they will not give us a timetable and say you'll be off today, this one will be off tomorrow, because that's what Ghanaians know as doomso. And so we'll just put off the lights anytime and reduce the number of megawatts so that the system won't go down. But we don't call it doomso, and so there's no doomso. But we know that it's doomso. And so as leaders, we must learn to tell our people the truth. And we must be honest with them. Unfortunately, this government has not been honest with the people. From 2019, I knew that the economy was in trouble because the finance minister was hiding the true figures.
Meanwhile, the former president has reiterated his commitment to hold appointees in his government accountable if successful in the elections.
We must hold our leaders to account. And we must not only hold to account the government that has gone out, we must also hold to account our own people who go wrong while we are in government. And that's why I've said that when we come into office, those who have done wrong under this Akufo-Addo regime, we shall investigate them and let the law do its work. But at the same time, I want to give a warning to those who will serve in my government when I come to office. And that if you do the same thing and you go out of line, the anti-corruption agencies will sanction you and deal with you too.
For Joy News, Nana Ojima, Upper West Region.